And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Wiggins outside. Here's Towns. The shot no good. And it's Washington the other way. And here's Wall. Beal the pass to Gortat. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Towns.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Goes up. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Down low. And stolen by Jang. Levine dishes to Towns. And it's sent back by Morris.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Pass to Beal. Clock at 6. No good off the front iron. The Timberwolves trail. Wiggins outside. Dishes it to Towns. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
He misses the free throw. Some changes for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Jang. Muhammad comes in for Wiggins. And it's done in for Ricky Rubio. That one drops. He ties it up. Well, nobody really knew, Greg, what to make of Washington going into last year's playoffs. They came out strong with a big sweep against a pretty good Raptors team.
Yeah, how about taking them down 4 straight? And it was the first time a team has swept an opponent without home court advantage since 2011. Also, was the first sweep for the Wizards in franchise history.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And in the second round, the Wizards continued to be a tough opponent. I mean, they went up 2-1 on the Hawks, but were unable to keep the series lead. A lot of close, heartbreaking losses for them in that series.
Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Towns. Nene with it. Now the pass to Sessions. Back to Nene. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And the Hawks would ultimately take down the Wizards last year in the postseason. John Wall and his injury were a big turning point in that matchup. And all those buzzer beaters for both teams made it one of the most interesting series of the postseason.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Nene, a guy with an incredibly strong start to his career in Denver, the first Brazilian to ever be selected in the first round. Voted, as you may recall, to the NBA All-Rookie team.
Yeah, and came into the league just a tremendously raw talent. Really developed faster than a lot of people expected, but what has been the case for him is the injury bug. I mean, the knee, the foot, shoulder, Achilles, you name it, he's had it, and it's hindered his career somewhat.
And cancer. He's beaten cancer.
That's very good.
Sessions sets the pick for Nene. And again, Washington, no good. And Muhammad kicks to Garnett. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Sessions passes to Gooden. Down low. Nene dishes to Gooden. Now Sessions. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Kicks to Thornton. Another shot. And that one's good. Sessions.
I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Gooden with the steal. Here's Porter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And he's good on the second. Otto Porter, hailing from a family of basketball players. His mom, All-State in '85. His 3 uncles won state titles. Deep basketball roots.
And how about the fact several of his cousins also won state championships, although Otto is the only one in the family to reach the NBA.
You know, getting back to Otto Porter's basketball family, it really prepped him to compete. Your family is the first place you learn to navigate and win battles in competition. That goes for sports and life.
He's off on the first.
And talking about Porter, he certainly has worked hard to improve upon his weaknesses. That's a trait that's often instilled in a man at a young age. And he's not an explosive athlete, but his motor and want to compensate for that.
Now here's Sessions. They set the pick. Porter kicks to Nene. Passes it to Porter. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. But they'll get another chance. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Free throw good, Levine.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
The Wizards making a switch here. Oubre's checked in. Here's Sessions. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Sessions has got his second bucket of the game to go. Dunn passes to Pekovic, and they take the lead. For Washington, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Sessions dishes to Nene. Here's Oubre. Got a piece of it. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Dunn passes to Levine. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Puts up the baby hook and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
It could go. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Wizards lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for him. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
Garnett out there with Pekovic. Then there's the general. Then there's Muhammad. And it's Levine in the 2 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Beal can't get it to go. Here's Dunn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Garnett kicks to Muhammad. 5 on the clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Garnett's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves. Outside, Wall. Back to Morris. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's Gortat. And stolen by Pekovic to the inside. And the jam by Levine.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
And not known as a rim rattler. I mean, he's usually kind of rooted to the floor, not elevating to the rim.
Well, Greg, with his length, he doesn't have to go far to get to that rim.
And I tell you what, guys, he got it right there without a problem.
Gortat misses.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on it.
The feed to Pekovic. Here's Levine. He has 7. Just 4 to shoot. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Morris dishes the Wall. It's hauled in by Dunn. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Levine. Offline with his 3.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Here's Oubre. Garnett with the block. Levine kicks to Muhammad. All alone. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Myelitz is checked in.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Now here's Wall. Morris kicks to Gooden. Nice ball movement by Washington. Wall passes to Beal. Shot from the top of the key. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Well, the was a time when the media had written off Shabazz Muhammad as an impact player. He showed last year he belongs in this NBA.
Yeah, certainly did. I mean, he improved in every facet of the game, and sometimes we tend to write guys off a little too soon, Kevin. The media in general, not you in particular. He's been a big-time performer for the Wolves.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
No one near Wall as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer.
And for Muhammad, it's weird that so many fans had given up on a player just after his rookie season. I mean, he's vindicated anyone who stuck with him after his slow rookie start.
Now here's Wall. He has 7. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4. Levine kicks to Bielitsa. To the paint. Here's Pekovic. A second chance effort.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Wizards making a switch here. Nene, he's checked in for Gooden. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Morris. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. Washington calls timeout. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Gorgie Dang comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Zach Levine. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Dunn. Dudley with a screen for Sessions. Here's Nene. There's the killer two-handed slam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now, here's Rubio. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Kept alive. Towns. Kicks it out to Rubio. Bielitsa passes to Towns. Taken away by Nene. Sessions with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Sessions dishes to Dudley. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
Here's Sessions. After the basket by Minnesota. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. And he's also got a tough mentality about him. Just a real rugged individual.
And he can't get the first one. And getting back to Nene, an obvious inside player with great impact. He looks and plays like a man possessed. Yet through last season, Greg, he's never averaged as much as 8 rebounds a game.
And, you know, his true value is measured in intangibles at times, not just on the stat sheet. He does all the dirty work so others can shine.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists in the game. And Thornton kicks to Dudley. Back to Thornton. Nene at the elbow. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Porter, no luck.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those. Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. But Timberwolves on top, up by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has.
That'll be a 5-second call. And on the floor for Randy Whitman as we get into the second half. The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Markieff Morris is out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Gortat in at the 5. Towns wide open. Offline with his 3. Pass to Beal. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 6 points here for Beal.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Here's LaVine. Clock at 6. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Here's Towns. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Towns has got 7 points. Beal, the pass to Morris. Makes it off the glass. Now, here's Rubio. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. LaVine dishes to Towns. And Morris comes over to help. And Towns gets it to go.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Wall attacking. Up and in on the layup. Wall's got 11 points.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Now here's Dudley. Feeds it to Wall. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Gortat.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Minnesota making some changes. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Garnett comes in for Gorgui Dieng. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for LaVine. And a switcher also for Washington. Oubre's checked in for Jared Dudley. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And guys, for Nikola Pekovic, NBA scouts said he needed to work on obvious shot coming in, yet he's money from mid-range at times, especially at the charity stripe. One of the best free throw shooting bigs we have in our league.
And back to Pekovic at the free throw line. Clark, he has consistently been around 75% for his career.
And Kevin, last season he got that number up to 84%. And he also gives you really good effort in the paint on both ends of the floor.
Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
All with it. Now defended by Muhammad. And Gortat kicks to Wall. Back to Gortat. Looking for Wall. He gets it there. And it's blocked. Rubio the pass to Garnett. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Rubio dishes to Wiggins. And a miss there on the triple. So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. Morris with the bucket. Here's Rubio. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pekovic with a screen. And Rubio kicks to Muhammad. 5 to shoot. Here's Wiggins. Gortat with the block. And now here comes Wall leading the break. Beal the pass to Morris. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And guys, you don't think this fella can do some major damage if he gets an opening to the rim.
G8, they just learned that lesson the hard way. They better put a little bit more effort into their D the next time down.
Big time play at the basket right there, fellas.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And for Marcin Gortat, he was such a good fit for the Wizards last season. Actually, the last 2 seasons.
You know, he runs the floor very well for his size. A terrific finisher, solid in the pick and roll, can make the mid-range. You know, he's been one of the more consistent centers in our league.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
You know, getting back to Gortat, he signed that 5-year, $60 million contract a couple of years back. Raised some eyebrows at the time because he's not a supreme athlete, but his size, effort, and refined skill set have made him worth it so far.
Some changes for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Dunn comes in for Shabazz Muhammad. And Jones subbed in for Ricky Rubio. On defense, Minnesota. The lead is 2. Garnett comes over to help. For the tie. Nene into the lane. And it's good on the layup. Nene's got 7 points in the game.
And talking about Gortat, I like what he can do for you defensively. Doesn't really have a vertical, but uses his length and timing to alter shots. And he moves his feet well enough to close out on shooters and also cover the pick and roll. So solid and complete in terms of a frontline player.
And Thornton kicks to Sessions. There's a good screen. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Timberwolves have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. The dish to Towns. Here's Dunn. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
And Nene with the basket on the assist by Sessions. 9 points for Nene.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
And so it's Washington with it after the basket by Minnesota. And here's Thornton outside. Timberwolves leading by 4. To the wing right side. Here's Dunn. Not really his range, and it's off target. Washington has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Nene outside. Can't get it to go.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Pass to Sessions. A three-pointer is right on target. Sessions has got 10 points in the game.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
They set the screen to the middle. Gooden with the steal. Jumps up. Misses the slam off the fast break. An even 3-on-3 break. Taken away by Nene. Here's Thornton. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. The Timberwolves trail. The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Gorgie Dang is out there at Pekovic. And it's Rubio in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Levine dishes to Pekovic. Here's Wiggins. And it's denied. It's Beal on the wing. Baseline try. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And Rubio kicks to Pekovic. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam. There is just no way, Clark, to tell who is going to pull this one out.
You know what, Kevin? I think looking at this game, it may very well come down to one crucial key play.
Clark, that's a great point. When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Now, here's Rubio. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Here's Wall. He dishes it to Beal. Morris right side. Gortat. He sinks the 11-footer.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
The alley-oop layup, very well done. And now it's a 3-point Wizards lead.
Boy, you got to love it. The picture-perfect alley-oop.
A little surprised, though, Clark. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
Counts for two.
Yeah, it does. Almost makes it a little more special, though, when you can have a little bit of grace as opposed to just the full Monty with the power. Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
Zhang, the pass to Wiggins. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Washington calls.
And Ricky Rubio, one of the youngest international basketball stars ever. We started hearing about him in the U.S. back when he was 16. And even then, powerful teams in Europe were all vying for his services.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
All right, Doris. Here's Dang. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Dishes to Morris. Puts up a three. Tayshaun Prince with the rebound. And going back to Rubio, Clark, his natural instincts in every phase of the game, as Greg was just talking about, are really second to none. In 06, he led Spain to a championship, registering 3 triple-doubles and 1 quadruple-double. Wow.
And despite those gaudy numbers, you just never know with an international star if, in fact, his game will translate to the NBA. Rubio's game obviously has.
Dudley dishes to Beal. 4 on the shot clock.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Here's Prince. Another miss by Prince.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Wall kicks to Beal. The tray, and the shot is good. And the Wizards lead by 5.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. Wall passes to Morris. The 3 from Dudley. Rebound by Dang.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Now here's Prince. Rebound by the Wizards. Dudley's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Wizards leading by 3. Rubio comes with the double team. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one is on Towns. And for Jared Dudley, a bit of a resurgence last season. Found a team you like playing for, played much closer to his career numbers than the year before with the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, he turned back the clock in almost every category. And I think, to your point, a lot of it has to do with the fit. He's on a team in a role that suits his talent. And I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent.
Zhang dishes to Towns. Here's Wiggins. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Morris. Washington has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reach the fourth quarter. It's Beal on the wing, covered by Rubio. Beal's shot is good.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Here's Towns. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 8th assist here tonight. Wizards leading by 4. And Wall. Here we go now. And the wide open shot from Morris. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Wiggins kicks to Towns. And that one's good. Wiggins has got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And that one's good.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence. Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Well, how about John Wall in this one? 15 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
Minnesota making a switch. Dunn's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Jared Dudley. We've got 1:23 left in the game. Dunn passes to Towns. Leans. Gortat with the block. Here's Wall. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Here is Porter after the basket by Minnesota. He feeds it to Morris. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're losing by 5. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wiggins dishes to Jang. Good work defensively by Morris.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Wall. Misses from close range.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Hey, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Good. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
That was a critical trip to the stripe. They have a 2-possession lead now.
With the floater, here's Dunn, and a missed layup. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Here's Towns. Gortat with the block. And so it's the Wizards with the W. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was